Hello and welcome to another Demis Hellen tutorial. This video we are going to look at Tal Filter 2 and we're going to look at the uses that it has within our trance projects. You can use it in any project, to be honest. It doesn't matter what style of music, this will have a place. Personally, I don't tend to use it too often, but it does have its moments where it is needed, or it is the literal quickest way and easiest way to get the desired effect. So apart from it coming with a few presets, we have a time section here, so if I play, you can see it scrolling across, and you can see each one is a bar with 4 beats in. And we can control that with the BPM factor down here, so we can have it refreshing with the tempo like that, or half of the tempo, or a quarter of the tempo, and so forth. On this section here, these two bars move together, and that is the volume. So at the moment it's set to low pass on here, but it is a volume and controls the overall modulation type. So at the moment it's a low pass. If we change it to volume, it becomes a volume. And on this we can add multiple points. And on these points we have nodes to create nice S-curves and shape it how we want. So there is a lot, and I think it's unlimited on the amount of curve dots. I've had so many on there, I haven't counted, but as many as you probably can fit on there, I suppose, you can have in there. And that is where it starts to get a little bit more exciting, because then these nodes you can really fine-tune sounds and just get the transient detail out, or get the boom part out of it. There's all sorts of uses. So along the bottom we have the BPM factor, which I've already explained. The modulation, we have pan, volume and notch. Then we have a bandpass and a high pass, both at 12 dB. And then we have 4 low pass options from 6 to 24 dB. Then we have a resonance control here for when you're using these low pass filters, a depth control, which is just a mix knob, and then we have our inputs and outputs, and that's it. That's all the plugin has to offer. But these little tools are very, very powerful, so don't underestimate this tiny grey plugin, which is a beast. So let's look at kick. So I've left a little bit of flab on the end of the kick. And just make sure you've got your headphones on as well. Just make sure that you can hear this properly. That is the best way to hear it. I'm going to put a point in the middle section, and then I'm going to drag one down here. So you can hear at the moment, it's just keeping things at full volume, and then it's ramping it down. It's like, what? But if you look here, if we set this to refresh at the tempo of the track, you can hear now it's in real time. So let's drag this over here and add a third node in. There we are. We've just shaped our kick. If we listen to that with it out it on, flabby, tight. And then you can, if you just want that transient click, take that transient click and then add it to another kick drum and make an entire new one by layering it in. And there you go, that is shaping the kick. It's pretty good. You can have some of the original signal mixed in if you really want to, but when you're shaping a kick you want the depth fully up. So let's just shape this. Let's just grab, I can't grab this node here, there we are. Just going to shape the kick how it wants to be. There we are. So it's quite tight now. It's got a nice solid boom, nice thud to it. And that is the use for adding it into a kick drum. So let's just bypass and listen to what we heard before and what we have now. So obviously it's really short. You tend to wouldn't go that short, but that is to demonstrate that you can really shape a kick after it's come out of a plugin or the sample that you have. You just want that little bit of a click or the clipping sound on there that someone's recorded. You can get rid of it using this Tal Filter 2. Okay, so that is one use. I'm just going to drag these over here just to get the kick sounding where I want it. Another feature of Tal Filter 2, and if we go here and add another instance of Filter 2 on here, is we can use, again, on volume and on tempo refresh, we can make it into a sidechain. So if we add a point in here and then another one down here, we have sidechain compression instantly, just 2 clicks and you're in sidechain mode. Obviously hit save and you can save that preset. But one thing that you can do, instead of using the depth knob, which adds the original signal in, you can actually just control the depth of it. So that's like 50% volume cut, 75, 100 down here. So you can just have a little bit of pumping on there. So without it on, and with it on. So you can have it get back to volume quicker. And you can really refine the shapes. You could add another one in. There you go. And you can get really creative with the sounds as well. So that is a demonstration, just using it as a tool to obviously put on sidechain mode onto any track. You can save that and then just like drag and drop it onto it, just like a Nicky Romero's Kickstarter or LFO tool. You can use it, and it's legitimate. Don't have any clicks or pops. It's a very stable plugin as well. Another use for this is if we reset it here and set it to 32, and if we set some points on here to turn this on and off, we have ourselves a trance gate. Let's just turn this one off. That's the best it's going to get on the shape at the moment. And you have a trance gate. You can have it on volume. And another good use of this is if we was to load it onto this one, is we can have it as a panner, and we could have some gentle panning like this. Set it a bit faster. So you can hear it's just panning slowly. We can make it a bit worse. So it's nice to add to pads and just give them that little bit of a floaty feel as it sways back and forth between the left and right ears. Another thing that we can do with it here is we can add some crazy effect to it. So we could have it rise up, and let's say we have this with the resonance up. So pretty extreme. Hurts the ears quite a lot, but you can have some really you can create some weird and wacky effects with it. So let's just have a look at some of these to demonstrate them. You can have this. A long sweep, so this could be used for pads or effects. So you can really shape a sound quite a lot with just a few simple tools that are based in this filter. And how good it sounds. and back to the Transgate. So that is LFO filter, Tal Filter 2, a viable alternative to LFO tool, which is around $50, and this is free. So I would go and grab this one because it's free. If you're only wanting to shape the transients of your kick, or if you only want to add a little bit of a transgate, you can use that. It's a very simple transgate, but if that's all you want, then get that. It's free. Why not? So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please let me know in the comments and hit the like button if you think it deserves a like. And finally, if you haven't already, hit subscribe and hit the bell icon because I upload twice a week, minimum as well, that is. And you'll be the first to know once you've hit that bell icon. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.